Alright, finally after a month we have our new Team Couplands kit. It's just turned up. I'll do a little unboxing. Alright, so if you're new to the channel, you won't know, but I race for a New Zealand elite team called Team Couplands. And last year we did like all the team races around New Zealand. We did the big races like Tour of Southland where Glenn got the silver jersey.
Cheers, bro. You've done nice. That last push there. Awesome.
We also did my local UCI tour, the New Zealand Cycle Classic, which was a 5-day stage race that I also competed in.
Beautiful race to race on, great support. Mark Langland's getting out of the seat.
And yeah, it's a really cool team. Lots of my mates are in it. Basically, we just like to ride our bikes fast. So last year, our main sponsor was obviously Couplands Bakeries, which is a huge bakeries down south. They have like 22 stores in the South Island. But this year, I am excited to announce we have a co-sponsor that is jumping on board the team, which is a huge deal to us. So thank you to Booths Group. This is a trucking company in New Zealand. So if you need anything transported, either hit up Booths or Tomawana Warehousing and Transport. These are both under like the Booths Group name. So this is our new sponsor. So thanks to Booths for jumping on board. Now onto our new kit. This year, we went with Champion system, and the kit is just so much better quality. I think all the boys are really excited to get in it. Alright, so I've laid out all the kit. We're going to do a quick overview of everything we have for this new season. So this is obviously our team jersey. This is just our regular jersey. The only difference between this and last year is that we have a few more Couplands logos everywhere, just to really maximize our camera time when we're at Tour of Southland and the Cycle Classic and stuff. And the only little extras that we've added, we now have a red strip on the arm, and we have a little red strip right at the top of the neck. Going on to the back of the jersey, the only different bit is obviously our new sponsor, Booths Group. So we have that right in the back pocket in the middle. So then onto the bib shorts. These are the performance model of the Champion System bib shorts. This year, instead of going for black, we went for almost like a little grey for like the middle bit of the chamois right on the front and the back. Everything else is pretty similar. We've got the Couplands Bakeries down the side. The only little extra additions is we have the baker's hat on the bottom cuff here, and we have the Booths Group logo on the cuff there. And then moving on to the back, like I said, we have grey on the chamois. Obviously, because it's our co-sponsor, we have the Booths Group's logo there, and obviously the little baker's hat just to represent the Couplands Bakeries there. If any of you guys know what Tour of Southland's like, Tour of Southland is known for the rain, the wind, and the wet, and even sometimes snow. So for that, the boys are all just using the same as what we had last year. We just have the Castelli Gabbers with the Couplands on there. This year we have a new addition. We just have like this really thin, basically it's just like the normal jersey but just with long sleeves, so we can kind of just chuck this on top. It's more of like a warm-up jersey just before the start of races, and then we can chuck it to the Swannies when we need to. Obviously a little bit different with, obviously we've got the red stripe there, and here on the cuff on this one. Now we're on to the two exciting bits of kit that we've been waiting for. These two items are basically the reason why I decided to go with Champion System this year. So this is a 2-in-1 road skin suit. So basically it's a skin suit on the back with 2 pockets, but it's more comfortable for road races. I could wear this for 170, 180 kilometer road race if I wanted to, because unlike a normal skin suit, it has a zip down the front, and it has like this little, basically a little P flap, and if you're getting real hot you can actually take it down. You can still cool down in it. That's going to be an awesome addition for Southland and all the big races coming up. And then the coolest bit of kit we got the full aero TT skin suit, which actually zips up at the back. It has this super aero, almost like dimple design down the arms of it. It's meant to be really quick. I think Glenn said it's meant to be either 30 or 40 seconds quicker over 40 kilometers than our previous skin suit, so it's a big step up. So yeah, these skin suits are basically what everyone's really excited about, because quite a few guys on the team are quite good at time trials. Like Glenn got second in the TT at Southland last year. I think he's 3-time national TT champ. He's really excited to get his hands on one of these. Like, I've had a lot of skin suits over the years of my riding. I think I've been riding for 5 years, but I don't think I've ever had something that when I put it on my arms feels this fast. I don't know if you can see that properly on the camera, but it's basically just like a second skin. And I think it looks really good with these new red bands that we've added onto the design. So I think I've got a club TT coming up in a few weeks, so I'm going to be really excited to get this out. And we're obviously going to be using these for the first stage of Southland, because it's like, I think it's a 4K team time trial, so it's going to be really good to get the team all on these. I think they look really good. So yeah, basically that's the new lineup of kit that all of the tour riders on Team Couplands have. So a massive shout out to Hayden from Champion System for hooking us up with this. He was really good to work with. So if you're looking for someone to make your team kit, definitely check out Champion System in New Zealand. I think it's probably about time that I tell you what's been going on with my bike, because I have had the worst bike life I've ever had in my entire life. You may be thinking, Tom, you literally have 4 bikes and 6 frames. Why would you be having any bike troubles? And I am thinking the exact same thing. So basically 2 weekends ago, I turned up to the first race of the North Island series, I'm running this bike because my Cannondale is away getting fixed. If you look on Strava, I did my pre-race ride on this bike about a day before the race start. It's all working well. I put my bike on charge the night before, get it in the morning, put it on the roof, take it to the race, which is about an hour away from where I live. And then I get there, we get race briefing, I get all kitted up, take my bike off the roof to get ready to warm up. And the rear derailleur just completely buggered out. The front derailleur was working fine, but the rear derailleur just decided it didn't want to change gear at all. So for those of you that watch my build video, you know that I'm running the old Dura-Ace DR2, the Dura-Ace DR2 shifters. I have the Dura-Ace DR2 front derailleur, but as you can see, the Dura-Ace DR2 rear derailleur is not on my bike. And that is because it completely bricked itself. I took it to Kevin at Lasky Cycles and we tried everything to try and get it to work. But basically it is just a $500 paperweight at the moment. I've got the one off my Cannondale on here at the moment until such time as I need to rebuild the Cannondale. And then I'm thinking I might have to fork out 500, 600 bucks to try and get a new derailleur for this bike, which really, really sucks. So yeah, that's just one of the many things that has gone wrong with this bike at the moment. We're not gonna go through them all because I finally have it working again. I do not want to jinx myself. But yeah, on to some better news. The more observant viewer may have noticed there is a gyro box on the workstand behind me. So obviously I have finally got myself some new shoes, but we're going to start with my old shoes. So these are my favourite cycling shoes that I've ever used. These are the Shimano S-Fire. I think I got these almost maybe 4 or 5 years ago now. And as you can see, they have lived a rough life. I've been tossing up what cycling shoes I want to get for the longest time. I was just going to get another set of these, but when I went to order them last week, finally got the encouragement I needed to get new shoes, so I ended up getting some gyros. But enough of these, we're going to do a quick unboxing of my new shoes. Alright, so here's a quick side-by-side of the Giros versus the Shimanos. Obviously, these are both meant to be white cycling shoes. These are obviously seen a fair few K, and these are obviously brand new. No scuffs, no chain oil, absolutely nothing, and they just look absolutely awesome. I've actually owned 3 different pairs of gyro shoes, I'm pretty sure. I do really actually rate the Eastern soles they have on these. These are pretty decent carbon soles, really good for sprinting. So there is one thing I do want to say about these shoes. So obviously I bought these about 5 years ago. I think it was 2015 I got these. These are the top of the line Shimano shoe, and they cost 415 or 450 New Zealand dollars, which is a lot of money for a pair of shoes. And I thought that was going to be the top of the market. $450 was how much cycling shoes were going to be. I cannot believe how expensive these shoes are. In New Zealand, these gyros retail for $750. You can literally buy a second-hand Toyota Corolla that will last you until 1,000,000 K. You can drive it to the rest of your life and it will still work. So yeah, let me know in the comments, do you reckon that these are worth $750 or did I waste my money? Right, and I finally got a new Wahoo mount. So I've got an out front mount for the Syncross bars. Obviously, because these are integrated bars, you can't just get like a normal mount for it. So I finally got this specific Syncross one that goes with these bars. It's the K-Edge one. There's like 2 bolts under there and it sits out quite nicely. You got the junction box on there now and it looks so much better. Alright, so we've got Tuesday night club race tonight. So this is going to be the first time running the new kit, which is pretty exciting. It already feels so much more comfortable than the kit we had before. But yeah, I am running really late, so I will see you after the race. Alright, so that footage was from the club race. The Club race didn't really go that well. Langers gave me an absolute hiding up the first climb, and I made it to the second one before I kind of dropped off. But yeah, the legs are clearly still a bit sore from Sunday's race, but I've got the Scott foil out here just drying at the moment. Gave the bike a much needed wash. Obviously it's really sick having the custom paint job, but as soon as you get like a little bit of grease on there, it just collects black marks everywhere all over it, so it loves to be cleaned. So basically it wants to be cleaned every time it's ridden. So yeah, a quick one on the shoes. Obviously I didn't use the shoes tonight because I literally just got them today, so I still use my Shimano shoes, but I've just put on some brand new Shimano red cleats, and these are the ones that I like. The red ones are really stiff, and that's just kind of the way I like having my shoes. Now, if you didn't know already, these Gyro Imperial shoes are worth, in the New Zealand dollar, $750 I think is the retail, or 750 bucks retail, which I think personally is a little bit ridiculous. Like, that is a serious amount of money for the shoes. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you do think that these shoes are worth 750 New Zealand dollars. I'll put the US bucks up here. I'm not entirely sure how many US dollars it is, but yeah, all I know is it's bloody expensive. Alright, so that is going to be the end of today's video. Just a quick thing, I obviously ride for the Masterton Cycling Club, and we have our annual tour of Wairarapa on the 22nd of November this year. There are 3 different distances. There is a 50k, a 90k, and a 117 kilometer. I'll be there. I'll be doing the 117k race. So if you're in the North Island and you want to come and do a really cool race and support my club, definitely head down to the link below. I'll put the entry link down there, and let me know in the comments if you are going to come, and then maybe we could link up. And I've got a few CyclingTom hats I have spare, so if you come up to me at the race, I'll be giving out some CyclingTom hats.